What's going on, everyone out there on YouTube? NES Ruler. Welcome to a brand new review, and this time around we'll be checking out a film that was sent to me review by Scorpion Films, and you can pick this up on Blu-ray at all your favorite online retailers. It is a film from the year 1993 titled The Killing Box. So when this movie got announced, I read the synopsis. I was like, oh, this actually sounds pretty cool. And the cast is pretty good. It has Martin Sheen, Ray Wise, Billy Bob Thornton, David Arquette. So there's a lot of big name actors in this movie, and it's a Civil War ghost voodoo kind of horror film. So it's like, huh, that sounds pretty cool. Civil War voodoo film. I'm curious how that's gonna be. And unfortunately, this movie is trash. I'm sorry, it's garbage. It has an identity crisis, which is unfortunate because, like I said, it has a really interesting idea, but it doesn't really fully flesh out in any way whatsoever. And you could tell that the budget was pretty bare bones on this movie, even though they had a lot of big actors. But you could just tell that it was made very cheaply, and it just shows. And when a movie has 4 different titles, this one is The Killing Box, it has like 3 other titles, crappy video store titles, then the movie that you're going to watch probably isn't the greatest. But basically we follow a soldier. He is about to get discharged from the Union Army, and he gets a meeting with the commander of the Union Army, not Grant, played by Martin Sheen, and he gives him the task that before he's able to get discharged, he has to go and track a Confederate Army group that was murdered a while ago in a battle, but some reason somehow they have seemed to return, and they have started to massacre people down south in the Confederate States. So he hooks up with one of his ex-friends who became a Confederate, who used to be in charge of this division, and he goes down south and he starts to track them. And as the film goes on, we learn that there's a voodoo kind of ghost story happening, and like I said, it really never really fully fleshes out. There's a African-American slave that is part of this group, and she has a little bit more of a idea of this voodoo ghost vampires. That's the thing, it's like a voodoo vampire ghost mix up. Doesn't, like I said, has a huge identity crisis, but she has some kind of idea of what is happening, and she may be sorry about the noise, she may be to blame for what is going on. So it's just like a thematical bashing against the Confederate Army and slavery and the Civil War and things like that. So understandably, it has a good message, but it's boring, and it just is not very good, which is unfortunate. I really wanted this movie to be good, but it's just not. And I can't recommend it too much. Like I said, it has a good cast, but that does not hold it back from being a good film. It's made by the Motion Picture Corporation of America, and when that logo came up when I was watching this movie, I was like, what the hell is the Motion Picture Corporation of America? It's like I never heard that production company ever anytime as I watch any of these movies. So I was like, who the hell is that? So it's understandably why this movie turned out the way that it did, because I can't even think of anything else that they did. The transfer, it's decent. It's a Scorpion release, so it's not the greatest transfer, but it's decent enough. Has a good soundtrack. No features whatsoever, just a trailer. I would have loved to hear somebody talk about this movie and why it came to be and how they got the cast that they got, and why it unfortunately sucks, but that is just the case with this one. So, The Killing Box from the year 1993 wasn't my cup of tea. Really cool idea that just falls flat on its face. Doesn't really go anywhere. It's boring, and it's unfortunate. So that is my review of The Killing Box. If you guys like this review, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/NESRuler22. Hope everybody's doing well, and I shall talk to you guys soon. See you guys.